मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि कई वर्षों की मेहनत के बाद आज दोनों देशों के बीच कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक एंड ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट संपन्न हुआ है।
India and the UK just have shaken hands on the mega deal that's been 3 years in the making. The much-awaited India-UK Free Trade Agreement, promising billions on both sides of the pond. Negotiations started back in January 2022, but now with the Prime Minister Modi's UK visit, it's official. This deal could double India-UK trade to over 100 billion by 2030. So what's inside this FTA? Let's unbox.
सबसे पहले मैं प्रधानमंत्री स्टारमर के गर्मजोशी भरे स्वागत सत्कार के लिए हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आज हमारे संबंधों में एक ऐतिहासिक दिवस है। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि कई वर्षों की मेहनत के बाद आज दोनों देशों के बीच कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक एंड ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट संपन्न हुआ है। यह समझौता मात्र आर्थिक साझेदारी नहीं, बल्कि साझा समृद्धि की योजना है। एक और भारतीय टेक्सटाइल, फुटवियर, जेम्स एंड ज्वेलरी, सी फूड और इंजीनियरिंग गुड्स को यूके में बेहतर मार्केट एक्सेस मिलेगा। भारत के एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस और प्रोसेस्ड फूड इंडस्ट्री के लिए यूके की मार्केट में नए अवसर बनेंगे। भारत के युवाओं, किसानों, मछुआरों और एमएसएमई सेक्टर के लिए यह समझौता विशेष रूप से लाभकारी सिद्ध होगा।
For the UK, it's about cheaper access to the world's most populous market. India's 150% duty on British whiskey coming down to 75% right away and sliding to 40% over the next decade.
We believe that this FTA is pretty historic between India and the UK because it, will strengthen our, economic ties between the two countries across a lot of sectors. But at the end of the day, and it'll obviously lead to, increased bilateral trade and investments.
Import tariff on luxury cars like Jaguar and Bentley slashed from 100% to 10%, but only under a quota. Gin cosmetics and medical devices just got a lot more affordable for Indian importers. British government projections suggest that the FTA could increase the UK's GDP by £4.8 billion annually over the long term. British consumers are expected to benefit from the lower price on Indian garments, footwears and food products. India to reduce tariff on nearly 90% of UK goods.
It is a deal that will bring huge benefits to both of our countries, boosting wages, raising living standards, and putting more money in the pockets of working people. It is good for jobs, it is good for business, cutting tariffs and making trade cheaper, quicker and easier. It is good for consumers because it will bring down prices on Indian goods in the United Kingdom, like clothes and shoes and food, and it will deliver benefits for the long term.
99% of Indian goods can enter the UK without any duties. Sectors likely to benefit from the FTA include textiles, footwears, auto components, gems and jewelries. furniture, sports goods, chemicals and machinery. Many of these currently face tariffs between 4% and 16% in the UK. Indian manufacturers of electric and hybrid vehicles will also gain preferential access under a new quota system. This deal could add lakhs of new jobs in the labour-heavy sectors and push Make in India rights into British homes. Short-term work visas facilities can be facilitated for Indian chefs, yoga instructors, musicians and IT professionals. Indian professionals in the UK won't have to pay into British Social Security for up to 3 years. That's a saving of over 4,000 crores annually. From cross-border data flow to e-authentication, the FTA also lays down modern rules for digital trade. UK firms can also bid on Indian government tenders worth up to 200 crores rupees each across sectors like transport and energy. This opens up access to nearly 40,000 tenders worth approximately rupees 4.9 lakh crore per year according to the US estimates. However, India protected its dairy, apples, pork and eggs. Legal services are still in limbo and luxury cars imports are capped under quotas. The deal aims to strengthen bilateral investment flows. Over 1,000 Indian companies currently operate in the UK, employing more than 1 lakh people and investing around $20 billion. Britain is the 6th largest investor in India, has invested close to $36 billion in India, making it the 6th largest foreign investor. The FTA will take effect in the mid-2026 after parliamentary nods. It is the UK's biggest post-Brexit deal with a major economy and for India, a chance to deepen its export footprint while creating jobs. Apart from the free trade agreement, the biggest the UK has done since leaving the European Union, the two sides also sealed a double contribution convention. It provides all exemption for employers of Indian workers from paying social security contribution in the UK. India's exports to the UK rose by 12.6% to $14.5 billion, while imports grew by 2.3% to $8.6 billion in 2024 to 2025. The bilateral trade between India and the UK increased to $21.34 billion in 2023-2024 from $20.34 in 2022 to 2023. So the next time you sip British gin or wear a Banarsi sari in London, know that diplomacy and the trade just made that movement cheaper and smoother.